Okay, man, that took a long time. Sorry, guys. Running 10 minutes late here, trying to get the streaming to set up. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, what's up? How's it going? We're here for another evening of our Project Fresh live stream. Really looking forward to these different evenings that we have. Let's see here. Where's my change? I want to do this really quick. Change it. There we go. Cool. Just making a few adjustments to make sure this is showing up where it needs to. Okay, guys, cool. So we're here, we're live, we're moving, and welcome to another live stream of Project Fresh. The purpose of this live stream is to connect with our clients as well as prospective clients, those who we haven't started working with yet. So, excuse me. If you're out there and you don't know us, welcome to those who are coming on the show. If you're out there, you don't know us, and you're looking to get to know us, this is our opportunity to start building that relationship, start building that trust. I've opened up this live stream to answer questions in a live format related to your lifestyle. A lot of different cases come in every day. I'm on the phone talking to new people every day, anywhere from 1 to 6 or 7 people a day. Roughly, it's average is probably about 3 or 4, because not everybody shows up to their scheduled time. But long story short, I get a lot of cases. I've talked to a lot of people, lots of people, hundreds of people, thousands, and everybody's got different challenges, different situations, different goals, different perspectives, different knowledge. We're all operating from completely and totally different backgrounds, and that all those different things feed into what it is. But one thing I do know that's consistent is there's enough motivation to get on a phone with someone that you don't know, give them your information, and start to have the conversation around transformation. And that's what we're all about. The idea of transformation, the actually not just the idea of transformation, but the actual process starting, going through, completing transformation, which technically never stops. One who is constantly growing themselves is always transforming. Those who are looking to get into their full design, their full, um, their God-given talents, their God-given abilities, the vocation, the purpose for their life, they're always adapting. And once you get to a certain season where you're dialed in and you're at your peak, then it's about keeping the repetitions going. For example, right now, I'm really pushing myself by holding this channel on a daily basis. This is a daily practice. This is something that I'm going every day without. Now, was I late today? Yes. Were the things that came up that made me late? Yes. Is that an excuse? No. The circumstance is what it is, but I'm still going to show up and do it because I've set in my mind that this is something right now that needs to be done, as far as I understand, to the best of my ability and what I'm looking to achieve ultimately. It may change, it may adapt. The season may change, and it may require me to shift. I'm fine with that. And also, every every season has a start and a beginning, right? And it might need to adapt. It might need to see a shift as well. And what I was going to say is that when seasons change, that means those daily disciplines also require a change because the old daily disciplines matched the old season. The new season most likely is going to have some different considerations, some different requirements. It's going to cause you to have to transform, shift, move to be able to make that season work appropriately as it needs to. So that can apply in any aspect of life. But what I want to do though is just say that that's the reason why we're here. That's the reason why we're doing this, and I'm letting more and more people know about it as I get to know more and more people. Lately, I've had folks considering either signing up or have signed up. So it hasn't been the context of my conversation the last day or two, because folks have been looking to sign up or do a trial or whatever it may be to get their goals going. Because at the end of the day, it's about them, not about me. But if they are in a position where they don't feel it or need some more, then they ultimately have this available. Okay. A common question I get all the time is do you have a website that has more information that I can go and look at to get that information that I need to make a decision. Because we're all capable of making a decision on the spot. We don't need to go and sit and ponder it. We don't need to go in our rocking chair and sit and ponder it and decide. I don't know. Do you guys make decisions like that? I don't even have a rocking chair. I guess this is my rocking chair, especially if I let this thing go, I can get a solid yeehaw going on this thing here, and also possibly flip myself out of it. But I've never sat and pondered. I mean, I might sit and think deeply, critically, and thoroughly about situations, but when it comes to making a decision and knowing what you know you need to achieve or take on, um, decisions are as simple as making a decision. At the end of the day, what it comes down to is something that's below or under the decision: a fear of failure, a fear of what someone else may say, a fear of not getting where you want to go, which would lead back to failure. Truly, failure is only if you quit, I've found in life. Failure is only if you quit. Now, by quit, I mean you have something you know you want, it's a desire, a dream, a goal. Yes. All right. Got the camera and the mic that time. Excuse me. That sneeze was coming really hard. Anyway, desire, a goal, a dream, something is just it's consuming you. You know it's exactly what you were made to do. You know it's exactly the thing that you need to do, you should do. It's you, it fits you, and you don't do it. Everything's lining up, everything's feeling right. It's you, you're dialed in, and you don't do it. Or you start after it and then you stop. I think the only time that we truly fail is when we don't pursue the things we know we were made to do. Uh, Having challenges along the way is feedback. Okay. And setbacks, I like how Eric Thomas says this. Setbacks are setups uh, for what do you say? Setbacks are set up for breakthrough? No, 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 it's not breakthroughs. Goodness, I'm gonna forget this on the spot. Setups, excuse me, setbacks are setups for, it's not breakthroughs, it's something else. It's gonna come to me. Maybe success. Setbacks are set up for success. Or there's something he said. I have to go try to find it really quick. But long story short, the only time we can fail, setbacks are set up. Oh, comebacks. There it is. I knew I wasn't saying it right. Setups, or excuse me, setbacks or setups for comebacks. I had to say that. I want to get it out. But ultimately, we find ourselves in spaces and places where we truly do have everything we need. It's just a matter of drawing it out. Anyway, I've gotten too much into what this channel is about instead of getting into what I wanted to talk about today. I've already burnt over half of my time for today. And the topic, excuse me, that I want to get into for today, very specifically, is in relationship to the enemy of gratitude. So before I get into that topic, I want to talk about what I'm grateful for today. And wouldn't you believe it, the thing that I need, that I had written some of my gratitude down in, is across the room and completely out of my reach. So I'm going to have to go based off my memory. Um, and so, as far as gratitude today, I was sharing with you guys maybe earlier this week or last week that, for me, the challenge has been my perspective. My challenge has been looking at the things I don't have instead of looking at the things I do have, and really just being allowing myself to feel uh, full in those things. And it's not necessarily material things, but more so situations, and repeated situations, especially all things considered. I think just in the context of us living life in a non-COVID, non-sheltered in place kind of life, I wouldn't say it's normal life, but what we were all very much used to, that nobody um, now can say that they're living in. I guess unless you're in Texas or Florida, I guess people are living life like normal these days. I mean, we all know COVID is a thing. We all know the implications of COVID. Okay, no politics, no BS. It's a virus. Okay, viruses can kill us. All right, that's it. That's all that needs to be said. So if we're all collectively looking at it, like that, then that's much different than what it was in February and time before. So what I was saying to myself effectively is, well, just even in the consideration of what would have been pre-COVID, what life is looking like is it's just crazy what it is right now. It's something to definitely be thankful for and grateful for, to be astounded by, to just stop and think, wow, this wasn't me. I didn't get here on my own. Um, I didn't do this all in my own strength. I didn't do it by myself, as I said before. God showed up, other people came into the picture, things happened, and here I am. And man, it's crazy to think. And then you throw in the COVID situation, and it's like, how much more? Like, how much more? My goodness, like, how much more gratitude and thankfulness I've been starting to feel. I'm not saying I'm overflowing, but I've started to just notice and feel some different things. And so I wanted to give my gratitude today specifically about the fact that I'm spending this time. I'm grateful that I'm pursuing gratitude and being thankful. Of course, it's a journey. It's not something that's going to happen in a day or two or three. Today's day three. It's not happening, but I am grateful that I am taking this time to do this, to get deeper into it, to invite you guys into the process as well, because you don't do it on your own. And so, whether you consume this in real time with me right now, where I'm live, or you just happen to come across this 5, 6 years down the road, because I haven't taken any of my old content down from 8 years ago, even though some of it absolutely embarrasses the crap out of me. I'll be honest with you. The first video that I posted on YouTube, actually, which isn't on this channel, it's on my personal page, was me doing a backflip on the top of a peak in Colorado at oh shoot, I'm gonna space the mountain's name. Not Vail, not Steamboat, not Keystone. Gosh, why can't I say the mountain's name? I'm at a loss for words today. It's bothering me. But anyway, I decided that I was the coolest dude in town, and I was going to do a backflip off the peak. I mean, it wasn't. It's like it's a ridge of snow, and the elevation down. There's a place where you can stand. So it wasn't like I was jumping off a cliff or anything. But I thought I had enough angle and elevation to be able to successfully do a backflip. Well, I got my feet over my head, but I didn't get my head back up right fast enough, and so I smacked the side of my head on the mountain, and tried catching myself and sliding down this little ridge we were standing on, this little kind of built up snow, if you will. And that was my first video on YouTube, and my friend and I who filmed it laugh about it from time to time. But like I said, some of the content I have on YouTube originally, it's it might be good when I'm popular and we can all look back and laugh and say, "Oh God, oh that was awful." But you know what I'm getting at is this content's going to stay. So whether you see it today in real time, or 8 years down the road, or whatever it may be, the goal is to really dial in on the idea that gratitude is just it's medicine. It is a positive force. And in an attempt to wrap it up in this last minute that I have, the enemy of gratitude can be a lot of different things. Pride, and I'll give you guys an example. As a coach, I had started in 2012. By 2015, 2016, I started to think, well, I know everything I need to be successful. Why should I continue to learn? Why should I do anything else to start to have the success that I deserve that I feel I deserve to have? Really stupid thought process. I took it into my business. I took it into my own fitness, and I just started to see myself decline. And it took me some time to realize that it's like, no, you don't know everything, and you in fact have a lot to learn. And the success that you have isn't really anything you can bank on. Every day is another opportunity for you to do what you are led to do, and to do so humbly, with gratitude, and with as much love as you feel you can give for the day. to make the day the best you can. In fact, today with my coaching call with my mentor, I should say my mentorship call, my mentor was asking me, "What is your best day? Who are you on your best day?" And start to break down those character qualities and start to put that together. Now, if I want to really break open what my vocation is, then I want to enact those character qualities that I believe I have and do so to the best of my ability every day. Not every day is going to be perfect. But when things go bad, when things go sideways, when things aren't happening the way I want to do, also have a system and a format in place. And that might be the enemy of your gratitude, is just very simply realizing that everything around you, just the fact to be alive today, out of all things, could be enough. But if you take being alive today for granted, then how about the fact that you're breathing, you're able to eat, consume water, keep your body moving, you're able to potentially, if you have a job, you have income, which no one can take for granted right now because anybody could lose their job. Anybody who is wildly successful in real estate or market in the stock market or in business could lose their business, their stock value, their property, like this. And it happens every single day. No one is impervious to it. There is no amount of money that can save you from ultimately losing it. And even if you are in that fortress where you think nothing can touch you, you're going to die anyway. And you have no idea how your family and your loved ones are going to spend it, where it's going to go. You may have the trust, you may have the business plan, you may have the operations plans and specs, but you can't determine how your family is going to ultimately decide to do that. And maybe the generation you raised will do it, but the next generation may squander it. Your legacy may last only a generation or two, you know. And even if that's the case, I mean, how long? I saw Gary Vee talking about this. He's like, yeah, we'll get for the very successful people, we'll get the 1 or 2 days, maybe a week on social media, and then the next week, like, nobody cares. If it's like this year, it's like one person after another. I mean, this year's been rough. Like, first Chadwick Boseman a number of weeks ago, and all of a sudden now Sean Connery is passing. It's like, man, not to mention Kobe, or last year, all the different people who passed last year. It's like, man, you can really start to lose track. If you want to talk about the lives who have been lost to police brutality, that list is insanely long. And again, that's not something for me to get into as far as politics are concerned, but it's crazy how simple we can check out and life can be done for us. And other people are going to move on because they're going to live their lives. Not because they don't care, not because they don't love you and they don't want to keep a memory of you, but ultimately, time moves on without us. So, the enemy of gratitude is very simply not being grateful for what's around you, um, and thinking that you don't need to be grateful, or thinking that what you have is yours and that ultimately it's supposed to be yours. Pride, arrogance is the enemy of gratitude. And it's very simple to get into. Pride is very simple to get into. It's saying that, what I have is better than what I could get. What I have doesn't get any better than this. You ever hear that before? Um, Life is exactly and absolutely perfect. And you start to get into it, you start to live it, and it becomes so regular. Um, Gratitude can easily go. And unfortunately, with lack of gratitude, we start to lose perspective in what life is all about. And it's not about the destination, although I'm sure all of us would love to live on an island or some other scenario that is the pie in the sky. But the true satisfaction, the true character building, and will ultimately last for time, is the journey. And not being grateful for whatever part of the journey that you're in is the enemy of gratitude and all that comes with gratitude. So I'll leave it at that for you guys today. I'm over in time 15 minutes, as well as with my day. We'll plan to see you guys again tomorrow, 7 o'clock uh, p.m., 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And hope you guys are staying well, staying safe, and taking just a little bit of time for gratitude today. All right, we'll see you later. Take care.